trust you. Oh. 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 Oh.
You're hardly going to believe these days. I never knew that. That's really not my problem.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Surrender while you can. There is no escape for you. There he is.
fine mess you got me into. Now I can play lookout for Rookar again.
Why?
As long as he's holding his little contests in there, it's better if no outsider learns about it. It's not good for business, you see.
He never would have thought of that himself. It's his decision, wasn't it? But no, he insisted he knew better. Can't rely on that. There's nothing you can do about it. I couldn't care less.
There you are, finally. I've been waiting for you.
What happened?
The drinking contest is finally over.
Who won?
This time, Randolph has won. Rookar must have been having a bad day.
You seem to have bitten off more than you can chew.
Here's your money, and not one word more.
Wait a minute. Hangover?
No, I feel fine, really. It finally worked this time. Thanks again for your money. Here, take it back. Looks like Rookar won't be getting up anytime soon.
I couldn't get away with that. I'm better off myself. Hey, you. Hey, you. Ever been to the monastery?
Maybe. Why?
Are they still taking on people? I wouldn't know where else to turn.
Where do you come from?
I used to be captain of a big whaler, my boy. The sea is my home. My ship, the good old Magdalena, was sunk by pirates a few months ago, and now I'm stranded here. All I ever wanted was to go back to sea. Since I've come here, not one schooner has called at this accursed port. The only ship which is anchored in Corinthus is that blasted war galley of the king, and they don't take on anyone. So what else can I do? There's no work for me in town. I've tried everything.
You'd better get off the road.
Don't worry. I've already noticed that the wilderness out here has become damn dangerous in the last couple of days.
I can hardly believe it. Are you really a paladin now?
Obviously.
If someone like you is with the paladins, then Beliar's thugs had better watch out. If you did in the sleeper, that handful of orcs shouldn't be a problem.
This is not only about the orcs.
I know, but it's still good to have you on our side.
Oh well.
What are you doing here in the monastery? Let me guess. You want to be instructed in the art of magic.
Perhaps.
I knew it. Best to talk to Marduk. He's responsible for you paladins. You'll find him in front of the chapel.
I need to get into the monastery. It's urgent.
Yes, sure. Here's the key.
How did you get to the monastery so fast?
What kind of a question is that? I crept through the pass and made my way straight to the monastery. Admittedly, it was never easy avoiding all the monsters making themselves at home on this side of the valley, but ultimately I encountered fewer problems than I expected.
Do you know anything about the hooded figures?
No, but I have a bad feeling about those guys. Be careful if you run into them.
Do you know where the others are?
Gorn seems to have coped with his stay in Garan's dungeon very well. In any case, he wanted to go to Lee and see what was happening on the farm. After the grub they serve in the dungeon, he's probably stuffing his face right now and putting the mercenaries' provisions to a real test. Diego mumbled something about a reckoning. No idea what he meant by that. But I suspect he's in the city. You know him. Always there when there's something to be had.
I see that you have decided to fight on our side. I am glad. We can use every man. You should go speak directly to Marduk. He is responsible for you paladins.
I want to increase my magic powers. Have you got anything else for me?
Yes, as a member of the library, you are given the key to the library. There you will find brothers Karas and Highgrass. If you like, you can speak with them there. May Innos protect you.
For Innos, brother. If you have come to learn something about the consecration of the sword, then ask Marduk. May Innos illuminate your path.
I think I'm possessed. Can you heal me?
Not without a token of your respect for this monastery, my son. 300 gold coins.
Great. Here's the money.
Here, drink this. May the mercy of Innos be your salvation.
I've come from the old Valley of Mines.
What do you have to report?
The enemy has formed up there with an army of orcs and dragons.
We have already learned that from Milton. But what about the king's shipment of ore?
The mine they are digging for Garand in the valley cannot satisfy the demands of the king.
The days are becoming grayer, and the light of the sun is ever weaker.
I was attacked by men in black robes.
I know. Those are the Seekers, henchmen from the nether realms of Beliar. Beware of them. They will try to take possession of you. Once possessed, you will no longer be yourself. Only here in the monastery could you find help then, so be careful. Here, this rune will bring you directly back to the monastery if you need our help. Remember, we must offer resistance or we shall all be doomed.
I have come to take the Eye of Innos.
I see that you have received an authorization from Lord Hagen himself to bear the Eye of Innos. I am afraid that I have to disappoint you. We have fallen victim to a treacherous plot of the enemy. The Eye of Innos has been violently taken from these sacred walls.
Who did this?
Evil is cunning and usually works in secret. Only rarely do you see it emerge to pursue its evil machinations in broad daylight. But these days, it's a different matter. The enemy now shows himself openly in the street, in every home and every public square. This can only mean that he no longer fears any adversary and is not going to shrink back from anything. One of our most faithful followers, a candidate for the high robe of the Magicians of Fire, has changed his allegiance unexpectedly, and in an alarmingly evil manner. Pedro, the enemy has taken possession of him, thus inflicting a terrible defeat upon us. Pedro has forced his way into our most sacred halls and stolen the eye. I fear that he simply spent too much time by himself, outside of the gates, and thus beyond the protective walls of the monastery, exposed to all lurking dangers.
Where did the thief flee to?
Pedro knocked down some of the other novices who tried to stop him and disappeared into the morning mist. Many novices have gone after him to bring the eye back to its place unharmed. If you want to catch up with him, you need to hurry before Pedro disappears out of your reach.
One more thing. Some of the roadside shrines dedicated to Enos have been desecrated by the enemy. They have lost their magical consecration.
I see. And now?
It is up to you to purify these shrines so that the situation does not escalate. Take this holy water and trickle it on the base of the shrine. With the holy words of purification, the shrine will regain its old power. Here is a map for you. The shrines which we have set up are marked on it. Now, go and perform your tasks.
Any news?
No, nothing which you do not already know, brother.
Is there anything else you want to tell me?
Dismissed. You know what you have to do.
Wait a minute.
Can I be of assistance to you?
What's your task here?
My tasks are many and varied. Not only am I the steward, but I am also the treasurer. Moreover, I supervise the wine cellar, and I'm in control of the monastery's food supplies. So, if there's anything you need, you can always come to me and get it. For a modest contribution, that is.
I need a few things.
Enos protect you.
Welcome, my son. Since when are you one of the paladins?
Only for a short time.
Then I bid you welcome. In this battle, we need every man who has the courage to oppose evil. The fate of us all lies in the hands of men like you. May Enos ever give you the courage you need.
What can you teach me?
Naturally, I cannot teach you your combat skills. I can, however, bring the essence of Enos and his gifts closer to you. Besides, it is my task to prepare you for the consecration of the sword.
And the magic?
Here, we teach only our magic. You must learn the magic of the paladins in the city.
What's the consecration of the sword?
The consecration of the sword is one of the paladins' most sacred rituals. During this ceremony, the holy power of Enos flows through the blade of the paladin's sword and gives the sword undreamed of powers. A sword so consecrated is a paladin's most valuable possession and will accompany him his whole life long.
What do you mean by that?
When Enos had to leave our world, he left humankind a part of his divine power. Only a few of us humans are allowed to use his power and to oversee justice in his name.
And what do you want to bring closer to me?
I can set you on the right path to recognize the essence of Innos and follow him.
Maybe later.
You are heartily welcome here anytime.
I want to consecrate my sword.
If you are determined to take this step, you will first need a blade of tempered ore. With this, you should then retreat to the chapel and pray. During the prayer, and after a reasonable donation to our Lord Innos, you should ask Innos for his grace and guidance in the battle against evil. If Innos is well disposed towards you, your sword will be consecrated to our Lord from that moment on.
Where can I get a magic blade?
Try in the city with Herod the smith. He provides the paladins with specially tempered blades while they are on the island.
What kind of a donation?
Now, in view of the grace that is granted to you, a sum of 5,000 gold pieces is more than suitable. Of course, you are allowed to give more.
Everybody knows by now. Go away, don't tell me that. Go away, don't tell me that.
Hey, you! Are you still working for the Paladins?
I finished the commission from Lord Hagen. Now I'm making magic ore blades for him. But for pay this time. But I also have the time again to make a few weapons on the side for the merchants in the marketplace. So, if you're looking for a good blade, you should try them.
Tell me more about magic ore blades.
Creating a magic blade is a very complicated and expensive process. But the result is a blade that's easy to handle and practically indestructible. The blade is certainly of good quality, but it will only show its true power in the hands of a paladin. A paladin sword is consecrated by Innos. As a result, the magic blade becomes an enchanted weapon that does incomparable damage.
I want to buy a magic ore blade.
You paladins can count yourselves lucky to be allowed to wield such excellent blades. By decree of Lord Hagen, I may only sell you a single magic weapon. So, what can I offer you?
I'll take the two-handed sword.
Take good care of your new weapon. It's worth a fortune.
May Innos illuminate your path.
Sooner or later. Why haven't I heard about this before?
What's going on here?
What do you mean?
You're the second fellow to rush past here like he's been stung by blood flies.
Who was the other guy?
He looked like one of those brainy novices from the monastery back there. You can say what you like, but somehow those guys aren't quite right in the head.
Where did the other one go?
He ran up that way like lightning.
I need to get going.
Hey, no problem. Ah, my head.
purify this shrine. Nothing to be had there. Enos, grant me your aid and purify this shrine.
black troll is dead. Nicely done. I never thought those could be killed at all. I won't forget that.
Just like you said.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces.
I have found the Eye of Innos. It's broken.
But that cannot be. What happened?
Some really nasty customers had it. Anyway, I came too late. They were performing a strange incantation on a crescent-shaped ritual site up in those woods.
Innos be with us. They have desecrated our circle of the sun. Even in my worst nightmares, I could never have imagined they would possess this kind of power.
What can we do now?
The enemy has become very strong. Still, this ancient artifact meant a powerful threat to him. We must heal the eye and restore its old power. But time works against us. I cannot begin to imagine what is now going to become of us all. Without the protection of the eye, we are helplessly at the mercy of the enemy. Go to Vatras, the water mage in town. In this terrible situation, only he will know what is to be done. Take the eye to him, and hurry!
What is the Circle of the Sun?
Every year, all the magicians and novices of the monastery travel to this place at the time of the solstice to mark the beginning of a new cycle. The place is filled with the immeasurable power of the sun. Never have I entertained the slightest notion that its power could be reversed. And yet, that is what happened.
Is there anything else you want to tell me?
Dismissed. You know what you have to do.
Who told you that? No one really wants.
Hey!
What? What's wrong? Why are you bothering me? Can't you see I'm in the middle of an extremely complicated experiment?
I didn't mean to disturb you.
You already have. Well, what do you want?
Can I learn from you?
I shall instruct you in the secrets of alchemy.
Hey! Can I learn from you?
I shall instruct...
Hey, you! Could you brew me a potion?
Do you doubt my abilities? I can brew any potion.
Fine.
Not so fast. Naturally, you must bring me the ingredients and pay a small fee for expenses, as well as for the materials.
How much do you ask?
For the brewing itself, I charge 10 gold pieces.
His decision, wasn't it? I'm not telling you anything new.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Inos, grant me your aid and purify this shrine. I found the sun aloe.
Thank you. And now, ask me whatever you want to know about brewing potions.
What potions can you teach me to brew?
So, which potion shall it be?
Heal me.
Let me see.
What potion?
So,
What potion?
so,
What potion?
so.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Hey,
All right, you win. What do you want?
Would it ever change?
I've got the hide of a black troll.
Impossible. Show me.
That was
Incredible. What do you want for it?
Give me what you got.
Okay. I give you 500 gold pieces and toss in 3 strong healing potions. What do you say?
We can only wait and see.
Done.
It was a pleasure.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Wouldn't be so sure.
I never knew that.
Enos, grant me your aid and purify this shrine.
That isn't true.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Enos, grant me your aid and purify this shrine. Enos, grant me your aid and purify this shrine. Enos, grant me your aid and all that. There, that ought to be the last time. I have purified all the shrines.
Excellently done, my son. I am proud of you. May Enos watch over you. Take this amulet of strength, that it may be of use to you in battle against the enemy.
Let's wait and see what happens.
That's the first I've heard of it.
There you are again.
I've got a few skins for you.
Wolf skin, that's good. A warg skin? Those beasts are tough. Ah, even a shadow beast skin. Those are worth a lot. Another huge troll hide. Are you hunting those things down?
Whenever I stumble upon one, I seize the opportunity.
Good work. Come see me again when you have more.
What with?
Damn it, what's up?
Hey! I'm ready to be trained.
A paladin fights not only with his sword, but also with his mind. You are demanding more than I can teach you. You have to know the point up to which you can retreat. Never go into combat unprepared. You can never know if it's your last.
Hey! I'm ready to be trained.
Fight with honor. Combat is our life. And what is your life without honor? Naturally, your education is not finished. But there is nothing more that I can teach you. If you wish to improve your talent with the weapon further, you will have to seek out a true sword master.
Where can I find such a man?
Lord Hagen is a sword master. He will certainly instruct you.
I have the eye. It's broken.
What? By Enos! What have you done? We need the eye. Speak to Pyrocar. There must be a way to put it back together.
I'm looking for a sword master.
So, you have found one.
Let us begin.
He listened to the wrong people.
I used to say that myself.
That's not what I
Wouldn't be so sure. Nobody will learn anything from me. I'm not touching that.
The Eye of Innos is broken. Pyrocar sent me.
I know. I have already learned of it from some very upset novices. The Seekers have used the Fire Magician's Circle of the Sun to destroy the Eye. I would call that an inspired move by the enemy.
News spreads fast in this city.
That's a good thing, too. The enemy won't be sleeping either.
What will become of the Eye now?
We must join it back together, but that is no easy task, I fear. The setting is broken into 2 pieces. A skilled smith should be able to repair this. But that is not really the problem. It's rather the inlaid gem that worries me. It is dull and powerless. The enemy seems to have known exactly how to weaken it.
How can the gem get its power back?
I see only one way. A union of the 3 reigning divinities should achieve the desired effect. A well-prepared ritual of reversal in the place of its destruction will give the gem back its fire. However, the problem is that you must bring an earthly representative of each of the 3 gods to this place. Furthermore, a lot of swamp weed is required for this ritual. I estimate it should be at least 3 plants.
Who could those 3 earthly representatives of the gods be?
I shall represent the god Adonos myself. Pyrocar, the highest fire magician, would be the right person to represent the god Innos. But for Beliar, I cannot think of an appropriate candidate. It must be someone who commands black magic.
Black magic? What about Zardas?
That's it. That could work. But I ask myself, how you will bring all 3 of us together? I can just see Pyrocar's face when he hears that he must cooperate with Zardas.
Where can I find this swamp weed?
I have heard about an old quack in the woods named Sagita. She supposedly sells such herbs. But you could also try your luck down at the harbor.
Where can I find a smith capable of repairing the setting of the Eye?
Ask around in the area for someone who knows how to repair jewelry.
I've got to go.
I shall also set out and prepare the ceremony at the Circle of the Sun. Send Zardas and Pyrocar there. And don't forget to bring the swamp weed. I'm counting on you. Listen, people. I am needed elsewhere. It won't take long. When I return, I shall tell you the rest of the story. May Adonos be with you.
Man, and here I was thinking they'd really hang me.
Well, it worked all right in the end.
You can say that again. You should have seen the face of the soldier when he had to let me out. He was so scared, he almost did it in his pants. Which reminds me, I've got something for you.
What do you mean?
A present.
What present?
We have heard of the dragons that are said to be in the valley.
They're really there.
All right, I believe you. Anyway, I thought you would surely want to participate in the upcoming dragon hunt.
And?
Here, take this amulet. I think you'll need it more than I do.
Here's the amulet. Please repair it for me.
All right. I'll have finished the new setting by tomorrow. You can come to me and get it then.
I've talked to Vatras.
Ah, good. Where is he?
He's preparing a ritual at the Circle of the Sun in order to heal the Eye of Innos.
If that is true, then maybe there is hope after all.
Vatras wants Zardas and you to help him with that.
What? Zardas will be there too? You cannot be serious.
Hey, this wasn't my decision. Vatras insists.
It is always that Zardas. I am tired of it. Things could hardly get any worse. So how do I know that Zardas is not in league with the enemy? I cannot trust Zardas, no matter how much we may need him. I am sorry, but I cannot help Vatras under these circumstances.
It can't be done without you. Vatras wouldn't be able to perform the ritual otherwise. You'll have to trust Zardas.
There is nothing that I have to do, you hear? I do not have the slightest proof that Zardas is not working against us. I cannot do this.
What if I could bring you some proof?
That is impossible, I fear. It would really have to impress me. As far as Zardas is concerned, I have my doubts whether he can still impress me at all.
You didn't look all that hot.
These headaches just won't stop. There's something brewing. I think I'll have a rest first.
Hey! I'm back from the Valley of Mines.
High time, too. What did you see?
You were right. The land's been overrun by an entire army of the enemy. Orcs are besieging the castle, and dragons have laid whole areas to waste. It won't be long before they attack Corinus, if I'm not mistaken. Lester said you wanted to see me at once. What the hell has happened here in the meantime?
The enemy has learned who you really are, and that you're planning to get hold of the Eye of Innos. He has recognized the threat. It has forced him to leave his cover and openly attack. The game of hide and seek is over. Yesterday, nobody knew what the enemy's attack would look like. Now it has become only too obvious.
I was attacked by magicians in black robes.
The enemy has many faces. The Seekers are one of them. They're really the ones who prepare the ground for the enemy. They have taken up their positions in strategic places and are now only waiting for an opportunity to spring the trap. Stay out of their way. They are very powerful magical beings, and they will try to deter you at any cost.
I finally got the proof that Lord Hagen demanded of me.
What proof is that?
I received a letter from Garand, the commander of the Paladins in the Valley of Mines. In it, he asks for reinforcements.
That should be enough to convince that militant warhorse. Well done.
What will be the next step now?
Go and bring Lord Hagen the letter from Garand, so that he may grant you access to the Eye of Innos. Then go to the monastery and talk to Pyrokar. He must give you the eye. Nothing is more important than getting this artifact away to safety. Go now before it's too late. The enemy will also try to lay his hands on it.
The Eye of Innos has been destroyed.
What are you saying? Destroyed?
I found it up in the northern forests. Unfortunately, I've only been able to salvage its fragments.
That was our only chance to stand up to those dragons, and it's gone. We have failed.
What now?
This is a painful blow. We have to reorient ourselves. I shall retreat and ponder the matter. In the meantime, you should go to town and talk to Vatras, the water mage. I could imagine that maybe he knows what's to be done.
Vatras sent me to you.
That's good. What did he say?
He said something about a reversal ritual at the Circle of the Sun?
That old devil. I think I know what he's up to. You have come to summon me to him.
Looks like it. When will you set out?
I must not keep Vatras waiting. I shall be on my way immediately. You must fulfill your tasks and then join me again.
Wait a minute. Pyrokar refuses to show up for the ritual. First, he wants proof that he can trust you.
Ah, really? Pyrokar. How interesting. That old geezer is getting to be a nuisance. But I think I've got something for you that'll be useful. Back when I left the Order of the Fire Magicians, I took a few things with me from the monastery. I didn't want a troop of paladins or fire magicians to turn my tower upside down at some point and find all those things. So I hid them in safe places where the magicians would certainly never look for them.
And where?
Some of them lie locked in a chest on Sekob's farm.
You trust that Sekob?
No, but he can be bought and ask no awkward questions. Also, the chest is locked. Here's the key. There's a very old book among those things. When Pyrokar sees that book, he'll know it came from me. It is of no further use to me, so I guess it can at least fulfill this purpose.
Know what to believe anymore.
You listen to the wrong people.
You just have to listen.
Hey, you! Why did the militia attack you on your farms here?
Because there's nobody there to prevent them from simply plundering our farms instead of buying our goods. The king is far away, and we just have to put up with working for Onar and hoping that Onar will send help when we really need it.
What can you offer me?
What do you want?
What does Onar's help look like?
Sometimes we receive warning in advance when some militiamen are planning to pay us a visit on their own account to rob us. Then we send somebody to the old landowner to ask him for help. And then usually, it doesn't take long for the mercenaries he pays to come here and chase off the militia. But when all is said and done, the mercenaries aren't much better.
I'm not telling you anything new.
You should really have trouble as it is.
Hey! Is the amulet ready?
Yes. Here. I had to make a new setting for the stone. I worked on it all night, and now it's as good as new.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
That's the first of
He simply talks too much. That's terrible. Everybody knows by now.
I can't believe that.
I'm not telling you anything new.
You didn't get that from me.
You just have to listen.
That's all just gossip.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Let us begin.
I can't teach you anymore. You're too good. You are now a worthy sword master. I can teach you no more. May your future deeds be guided by the wisdom of a sword master.
I want to become stronger.
There is nothing else I can teach you. You have become too good. You are as strong as a troll. There is nothing more I can teach you.
I want to become stronger.
You are as strong as a troll. There is nothing more I can teach you.
I want to be... I want to be...
No idea.
I brought this book from Zardas. It's a token of his trust.
Show me. But this is incredible. Do you have even the slightest notion what it is that you just gave me?
No.
This is an ancient, long-lost tome from days gone by. We all thought that it was lost for good, and now I learn that Zardas knew all along what had become of it.
So will you be there for the ritual?
Yes, I shall depart for the Circle of the Sun, but certainly not because I am convinced of Zardas's good intentions. In fact, I am going to make this jackal explain where he has kept the book hidden for so many years. He has definitely gone too far this time. I shall see you at the Circle of the Sun.